I actually heard a pretty interesting noise over here. Kind of sounded like a flute or something almost.
In the Turnbull Canyon video, we discussed how the dark past of missions and the mistreatment of Native Americans at those said missions led to sightings of paranormal activity as well as Native American spirits and odd noises being heard throughout the canyon late at night. But what about an actual mission that's being haunted? Oh yeah, apparently giant skeletons were recovered in this area too. Giants skeletons. Today, we'll be heading to Lompoc, California to investigate La Purísima Mission as well as the legends of giant skeletons in Lompoc Rancho. So before we get into the talk of haunted missions, let's talk a little about these skeletons. In the 1830s in Rancho Lompoc, Mexican soldiers discovered the skeleton of a 12-foot giant while they were digging for a magazine pit. Specifically, they uncovered a large stone tomb with the body of a giant man inside, wrapped in skins and shrouds. However, there is no direct evidence of this corpse, as local missionaries and soldiers feared their discovery could have some darker, more demonic correlation. Many skeptics dismiss this account, as there is no evidence outside of the local legend passed down through generations. However, these were not the only remains of giants found in Santa Barbara County. An archaeologist by the name of Ralph Giddon claimed to have recovered multiple skeletons of a giant race of humans around 7 to 9 feet tall while excavating burial sites on Catalina Island. While there is a photo of Giddon with what appears to be a giant, many have dismissed this as evidence, saying it's an optical illusion created by Giddon by positioning a normal skeleton closer to the camera. Also, upon testing of his skeletons, it appears that Giddon took bones from multiple different bodies to make the skeleton of what would appear to be a giant. It appears he did this to attract tourists to his museum on the island and make a name for himself in the archaeology industry. So we talked a little about giants, but what's this about a haunted mission?
What's up, guys? I'm right outside of La Purísima Mission State Park. This is the site of the Chumash Revolution of 1824, a very famous revolution that led to way more rights for Native Americans in terms of the missions. Sorry about any background noise. This road's very busy, which I did not anticipate. There's the mission in the background. Now, cut back to present day, and this mission, La Purísima Mission, is the site of many paranormal activity. There have been reports of tall shadow figures, people believing they're seeing Native American spirits or Mexican soldier spirits, glowing orbs, lots of strange noises such as whispering and talking in their ears, and even the site of an episode of Ghost Adventures in Season 2 that was aired back in 2009. But with all that being said, I'm gonna take a walk around the perimeter here and see if I see anything paranormal or strange myself. Because on that episode of Ghost Adventures, their most conclusive evidence actually happened on the Purísima Road. We'll see if we catch anything interesting. So I will say, with my initial thoughts, is I feel like it'd be really hard to hear or see anything strange, given just the very large amount of traffic that comes through this area. I mean, as you guys will see, this is a pretty busy road for whatever reason, so there are cars coming through here, it seems, at all times. And while that doesn't explain anything, I definitely think that could explain stuff as far as the glowing orbs people are reported seeing that are being associated with paranormal activity, which in fact could just be car lights. Got a little placard on some random rock right here. 1965. That is interesting. So right here on the other side of the fence is where I believe the property of the mission starts, so I'm gonna go over it just to say we've been inside of it. Oh shit, oh, I'm trespassing. Let's go, trespassing. So I actually heard a pretty interesting noise over here, despite all the traffic somehow. Kind of sounded like a flute or something almost. Not gonna say it was anything spiritual, but interesting at the least.
I had to cut this investigation short, as my partner said she felt something was wrong after dropping me off and was concerned for my safety. I previously referenced Ghost Adventures in the episode I did on the mission, but I had not watched any of the actual episode as I wanted to be impartial about the authenticity of how haunted this location really was when I went there. After watching the episode, there is one alarming similarity between my own and the Ghost Adventures crew's investigation, and that is the sound of what appears to be a flute. Multiple eyewitnesses in the episode make reference to what they think is a flute noise, and then when Bagans and his crew do the nighttime investigation, they capture an EVP or an electric voice phenomenon of what they believe is a flute. Now, in my video, as I state I heard what I thought was the sound of a flute, you will see some strange blurs or shapes appear on the camera. I'll play the video for you guys in full, and you can see if you spot it yourselves.
So, I actually heard a pretty interesting noise over here, despite all the traffic somehow. Kind of sounded like a flute or something almost. Not gonna say it was anything, spiritual, but, interesting at the least.
Now let's watch that same video slowed down. So as you watch the video, you guys will see some objects move in front of the camera, like that one. A lot of what can be seen I'd attribute to probably dust or dirt kicking up or maybe bugs flying around because they see the light from my phone, but you'll see an object come up that's very different from the others. Right there. Did you guys see it? I'll slow the clip down even more for you. Now, I'll be honest, I've never been the biggest believer in orbs correlating to spirits or paranormal activity, but this has to be textbook definition of an orb. Not only is this a perfect circle, it comes down in a straight line when all the other stuff captured on my phone is going sideways or something like that. It's also super bright and like perfectly white, if that makes sense. And then after that, it appears another one comes in but at an angle and even faster than the original. I'm still not really sure how to explain either of these because they weren't lights reflecting off of cars and they weren't produced by me since the phone I was using to record was my only light source. Also, it may not be super relevant, but I don't remember seeing these balls of light as I was recording either. All in all, this investigation was definitely strange. I don't think this can be ruled as definitive evidence of something paranormal, but it seems like there's something abnormal, at the least, residing at La Purísima mission. Stay safe and stay curious, and remember, they are with us.